The August coverage of the NFL didn't play out the way we thought with September performance yesterday. Remember all those predictions? All the analysis you heard the last 6 months. Throw them out the window after week 1 of the NFL season. Super Bowl buzz in Buffalo. That's going to have to wait. Bills losing to the Steelers. Everybody said the Texans were the worst team in the NFL. Well, we'll recalibrate that after Houston blew out the Jags. And maybe it's not shocking that the Saints beat the Packers. It's how they beat the Packers. New Orleans completely shutting down Aaron Rodgers, and Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdowns. If I would have said, hey, a quarterback in the Saints-Packers game is going to throw 5 touchdowns, and the other one is going to have one of the worst games of his career, it went the opposite way. Cardinals going into Nashville and blowing out my Titans. How about the Eagles dominating the Falcons in Atlanta? Bengals start out with a win. Overtime win over the Vikings. It was a wild Sunday. Now we have to resist the urge to overreact because the storylines and many others could flip by next week. And that's why we love the NFL, even if many of the things we all predicted turned out to be false. McLovin, what's the poll question you have today for the audience?
Okay, as always, we will start negative. Most disappointing. So you could do this one of two ways. Bills or Packers as the most disappointing, or you could put several teams on there. Okay. Bills, Packers, Titans, Falcons, and maybe the Vikings. I don't know if you put the Vikings on there.
Yeah, the Bengals at home. I know they said that was an upset. I wasn't surprised the Bengals beat the Vikings. I have no idea what to expect out of the Vikings. I don't expect a lot out of the Vikings. Let me put it that way. But the Bengals at home, and I guess Jamar Chase is okay with the football because there was a report that in college you have the white lines on the college football, and he wasn't able to pick up the NFL football. But he was okay yesterday at around 1:30 yesterday afternoon when Joe Burrow hit him for a long touchdown. What are the other ones there?
Well, I think the Bills. Well, I think it really comes down to the Bills or Packers because those are the only real Super Bowl caliber teams who disappointed. Do you put the Titans and the Falcons in that conversation?
Well, I put the Titans in there because I'm high on the Titans, and you get blown out at home. Buffalo losing to Pittsburgh, that's a big deal. I'm not surprised the Packers lost. I'm surprised at how they lost. The Falcons losing at home. I do think the Falcons are going to be good this year. I mean, they're going to be average this year. Maybe they get 8 or 9 wins. You just it's the margin of victory that you didn't expect. Certainly with what the Eagles did to the Falcons and the Cardinals did to the Titans. Pittsburgh beating Buffalo. I mean, that's a good Pittsburgh defense, and you saw that. And they didn't put pressure on Ben. I mean, you got a stationary target there. That was what was surprising there. I'm always amazed when a coach comes out. So this is first game. First game of the season. You're on the road. A lot of drama that happened in the offseason with Green Bay. And Matt LaFleur, the Packers head coach, talked about his team not playing with intensity.
They obviously came out with a lot more intensity than we did. They were the hungrier team, and that's disappointing, especially when you have a team like we feel we have, the leadership. But ultimately, I did a pretty bad job getting these guys ready to play.
Okay, for the life of me, I don't understand this. First game of the season. A lot has happened. No, we got bridge over troubled waters. Maybe the water's a little smoother now. And you go and play a game like that on a neutral site. That, to me, there's no excuse for that. First game of the season. Yeah, they had more intensity than us. Why? Here's another thing I hate when an analyst says, boy, they're well coached. I heard that a couple of times over the weekend. College game, man, they're well coached. Would you tell me if they're not well coached? Like, wait, when does an analyst, it always feels like, I don't have anything to say about this team. They're well coached. Okay. How about you tell me when somebody's not well coached? McLovin, what kind of poll question other than that one? Although I like that one. Most disappointing, I still think it's the Bills because the stakes are so high for the Bills. And Josh Allen. Yes, Paul.
I'd like to throw the Browns in that one. And even though the Browns had a nice game yesterday, if I'm a Browns fan, I'm very angry because we had the Chiefs again, if you remember the playoffs last year. I think the Browns had about 295 yards at halftime. They could have run the ball. I don't know. That would bother me if I'm a Browns fan, even though I still feel good about the Browns.
You want to have Baker Mayfield have a signature moment, and it feels like we're still waiting for that signature moment. It was a great first half. I wasn't going to be surprised if Cleveland won this game. But you just can't leave open that window of opportunity for Patrick Mahomes. And you got a punter. All you got to do is just punt it. Just get the ball and punt it. Like the lack of concentration on getting the ball, like at that point in the game, how do you not have concentration? What could you possibly be thinking other than, I got my hair in a man bun and I got to catch this football and punt it? That's it. That's all I have to do. And then you go, what? And then you run around, and then all of a sudden, Chiefs take over. Like, those are the little things. We can talk about marquee players. We can talk about strategy. We can talk about a variety of things. Sometimes it comes down to just one moment where somebody does something stupid, and that decides the game. You had a moment with the Patriots against the Dolphins, a late fumble. All you have to do is not fumble. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going after more yards there. No. You just cost your team a victory. The Browns punter cost his team a victory. One moment. Everybody else, we look at the entirety of a game and you go, oh, there's so many moments. And then it comes down to that. Somebody does something, somebody doesn't do something. And that's why it's so hard to handicap that, because I thought New England was going to win that game. I thought Mac Jones looked good. I thought he had training wheels on. You got to score touchdowns in the NFL. You can't just rely on field goals. And they allowed Miami to stay in the game. Miami played some good defense in the red zone. Hold on to the football. That's it. That's all you got to do. You kick a field goal, you win the game. The punter just punted. Now, there's still a chance that Mahomes will win it, but I like my odds a whole lot better when they're in their territory as opposed to our territory. This program brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Upgrade to a Dollar Shave Club 6-blade razor. Noticeably smooth shave thanks to their 6 precision-cut stainless steel blades. Find your perfect shave with Dollar Shave Club, and you'll find it in stores. It's Dollar Shave Club in-store, or go to the store and actually ask for it, dollarshaveclub.com. Yes, McClellan.
So you were talking about the NFC West all week, it's being a tough division. Yeah. How about this poll question? Who had the best Sunday out of the 4 NFC West quarterbacks? Matthew Stafford had a league-high 156.1 rating. Russell Wilson right behind, 152.3 rating. Jimmy G was virtually perfect, 124 rating. And Kyler Murray threw 4 touchdowns, threw a bunch of touchdowns. It was nearly perfect. All 4 quarterbacks had like career days.
Did Murray throw for 4 and run for 1?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to say Matthew Stafford, because you christen a new stadium, so much hype. They gave up so much for you. We want to see if Matthew Stafford, with a good team, is going to be an MVP candidate. And I would say that, although Russell Wilson was spectacular. That game against the Colts, he had some throws that were just marvelous. All of those quarterbacks. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, you're still going, yeah, but Trey Lance is going to be a starting quarterback. And then who would have thought, Paulie texted this to us, it's like, okay, if you had first rookie quarterback to throw a touchdown this year who had Trey Lance, I wouldn't have had Trey Lance. Comes in, 1 for 1, 5 yards, touchdown.
His quarterback rating is nuts.
Yes, McLevin.
I hate to say this, was the bulletin board material of drafting Trey Lance, did it light a fire under Jimmy G?
I don't know. Did it help with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love? By the way, there was a headline that says, Aaron Rodgers benched. And I went, I don't think he got benched. I think they probably thought, you know what? This is a long season. We're not winning this game. How about we put Jordan Love out there? I think you'll see Jordan Love a little bit more this year, whether the Packers are winning big or they're getting blown out. It was not a good weekend for the NFC North. put it that way. That would be an offer for the North. NFC West, 4-0. Yeah, Paul.
There was a point last night around 7:30 where the Bears had sole possession of first in the NFC North.
And then the game started.
Yeah, the other three teams were 0-1, and the Bears were 0-0.
Yes, McLovin.
Can we give the Detroit Lions a moral victory, though? That was an incredible performance they put on to come back.
That might be the best loss of the weekend, but there's no quitting that Dan Campbell-led Lions team. They're well coached. Yes, they are. We'll check in with Jimmy Jimerson. By the way, I think do we have a Jimmy Jimerson T-shirt, Seton? We're working on a Jimmy Jimerson one.
One being workshopped.
Yeah. Well, let me go to the Insider and ask Jimmy Jimerson about the Jimmy Jimerson T-shirt. Yes, Jimmy.
Well, that's what people are looking for answers on right now, okay? Obviously, Jimmy Jimerson's taken off a little bit. People are demanding a T-shirt. Now, will the Dan Patrick Show produce one? That's the question. Sources right now tell me they're working on one, but nothing solid yet.
All right.
Back to you.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's Jimmy Jimerson.